So this is just a proof of performance for the product. What we have here is a typical chart. It's somewhat overloaded with text features simply because we did want to tax the product. We have a diagnostics tab on our product which actually shows real-time render rates so that you can verify performance on your machine yourself and just as a diagnosis aid, not typically found on many products. We also have up here our PJS Priceline indicator. That's a free indicator. You can grab it from the website if you want, but it does have a way of measuring the time interval between on-render updates within NinjaTrader. It also has a way to force those updates to be more frequent. NinjaTrader by default only updates about every 250 milliseconds or so, which means when data is coming in much faster than that, which on products like NQ during RTH is normally all the time, you will see lots of data come in, the screen update, lots of data come in, the screen update. That is normal NinjaTrader behavior. What we've done here is actually fix the refresh rate to be on every single tick. So now the screen will be forced to update on every tick of data received. That's incredibly excessive and you wouldn't want to normally do that, but it will force an entire screen redraw for every tick, which will enable us to show you that the product is performing. So what I'll do, I've got a replay here just set to maximum speed. I will set that playing and I will start a stopwatch here. There we go. You can see the we actually list separate update times for the data grid and the live rendering along with averages, and you can see some averages up here starting to appear as well. So the average, this first average there is per 20 screen draws, and the average on the right is an average over 1,000 screen draws. So those are the render times we're currently seeing here. Under those conditions, there's no other charts loaded and NinjaTrader has been restarted. So what we're going to do is let this play through to the end, and then we will start up another ladder and measure the performance. So here we go, approaching the 30-minute mark. What we will do is stop it right about there. There we go. And you'll see the time we got to. So our average rendering time over 1,000 renders for the entire platform with its overhead is about 13 milliseconds. Our actual live render time internally to draw all this here, averaging 9 milliseconds there, and to draw the data grid there, well, practically nothing because of the optimizations we use in there. So what we will do is repeat the same test with some of NinjaTrader's native software using their order flow plus subscription, and we'll do a quick comparison. We'll fully restart NinjaTrader in between just to make it fair. Okay, so what we have here now is a NinjaTrader native volume chart with similar features enabled. Bear in mind that on our product we had imbalance detection, trade reconstruction, VPOC tracking, imbalance tracking, and all those sort of additional features on as well, which are extra overhead. This is the same chart lookback period with the same number of bars and just the numbers turned on and their data grid turned on. So what we will do is exactly the same. We can't give a sort of diagnostic view because they don't have that feature in this built-in indicator, but we do have our price line indicator still running on the screen, and we will reset our timer and see what happens with the NinjaTrader native code. Okay, so we're coming up on our 30 minutes of playback again. So we will just stop that at the 30-minute mark, and then we will do a few quick comparisons. There we go. So let's have a look at our old data. Okay, so what we've done here is just taken a quick screenshot of the end of our prior session. So same period, you saw it in playback live anyway. All we've done is sped up the 30 minutes in between where we're sitting saying nothing so that the video is not incredibly boring. So first thing to note, this is our chart, and as I mentioned earlier, this is the average time over 1000 screen draws. Our screen update latency there is around 13 milliseconds. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. It depends what's on the screen. The update latency over the same period with the NinjaTrader native code is 19 milliseconds, sometimes 20 most of the time, as you'll have seen just before we stopped that. And it goes up and down as well, but mostly it's 19 plus. So what does that mean? It basically means that for the same screen draws, our code is 30-35% faster than the stock code, which is quite significant. So the other thing to note, during the 30-minute playback on both charts, NinjaTrader native code managed to make it to 094201, whereas we played back to 13:30:33 during exactly the same time period, plus or minus a second or so. That's an additional 3.5 hours of market data that we managed to process through our chart whilst displaying the same information. This basically means that we're processing data incredibly efficiently, even versus NinjaTrader's own stock code. And this is despite the fact that we are, in this test even, doing a lot more with that data. We have these tabs open that are being drawn. That is part of the same indicator. We actually have a full session profile down here, which is all being processed at the same time. We even had full depth of market running. And these additional visual parts, which you may or may not want on, but they're obviously not on the NinjaTrader Ladder. So despite all that, we still render 30-35% faster. We have a significantly higher data throughput. So this basically just means that during times of high volatility, our indicator tends to run that bit smoother. It gives up processing time that it doesn't need to other parts of your platform to make it run more smoothly. It's just all around more efficient, and a huge amount of time we have spent on making it perform that way. There could be as much as 20-30% of our code base which is basically performance focused. It is a lot of work. We've put the time in, and we've done a lot of profiling, including simple tests like this, to actually make sure that the performance benefits really are there, where this isn't just marketing. And we hope this simple test just demonstrates not that one product is better than the other or anything else, but that our product is extremely efficient, and we intend to keep it that way even if we keep adding features. We do trade in real time. We're aware of the horrors of data lag. Some of us have been looking at the screen where the data has been 30 seconds behind and we have live trades open, and that is certainly no way to trade. ProfileBars was built purposely with the view to avoiding those sort of scenarios, because the tools we used before let us down from time to time. Again, I hope this was a nice little demonstration of the performance of the product, and if you have any questions, hit us up in the Discord.